Joining us now for more is Democratic Congressman James Walkinshaw of Virginia. He's a member of both the Oversight and the Homeland Security Committees. He's also a co-chair of the Federal Workforce Caucus. Congressman, thanks for being here. The Senate passed this funding bill. How's it going to fare in the House? Is there going to be a vote today?
Well, that remains to be seen whether the vote will take place today. I think there will be a vote today, tomorrow, certainly at the very latest Monday. I'm pushing and Democrats are pushing for that vote to take place today. It's payday today for TSA workers, and they've already gone without paychecks. We don't want to see them wait any longer for the pay that they've earned, so I hope it'll be today.
In this deal, Democrats did not get the ICE reforms that you've all been seeking for months, including banning masks, requiring judicial warrants for arrests, among a slew of other changes. Will you vote for this bill as is?
I've said for weeks now, and look, Democrats put forward this alternative 4 weeks ago to fund all of our DHS agencies with the exception of ICE CBP and this mass deportation machine that's been put in place by the Trump administration. So the answer is yes. I'm not going to vote for a dime of funding for ICE or CBP for immigration enforcement until the reforms are in place, but we shouldn't be holding our TSA agents, our cybersecurity workers, our FEMA workers hostage because Republicans are insistent on continuing their brutal campaign of immigration enforcement.
But those reforms are what the initial partial shutdown was all about. And here's what the top Republican in the Senate, John Thune, said about those reforms pushed by Democrats.
Are any new ICE reforms off the table?
Yeah, I mean, I think that ship has sailed, and they kind of kissed that opportunity goodbye by, failing to provide funding for those agencies.
Are you concerned the ship has sailed? What's the plan? What's next?
Well, Senator Thune and his Republican colleagues refused to consider many of the reforms that we put on the table. One, our reform to eliminate masking of immigration agents and ICE agents, Senator Thune absolutely refused to consider. We just learned a couple days ago that ICE agents don't need masks as President Trump told them not to wear their masks in the airports. They're in our airports today with no masks. So I don't know if the ship sailed. Senator Thune was never willing to put the sail up on the ship for those reforms, and it might be something we'll take to the voters in November, just like his and congressional Republicans' refusal to extend Affordable Care Act tax credits for middle-class families.
Again, people are not getting paid still as we look at lines at the airport continuing. Why is shutting down the government or parts of the government becoming a go-to tactic to try to force change? Again, no reforms are happening as this partial shutdown appears to be coming to an end. So having to go through this, what message does it send to the American public?
Well, it shouldn't be a go-to tactic, and it certainly isn't for me. I co-chair, as you noted, the Federal Workforce Caucus, and our federal workers have been abused for the last 15 months of this administration, including these two shutdowns. I introduced legislation, the True Shutdown Fairness Act, to say that all of our federal workers should get paid during any shutdowns that take place, given all the abuse that they've taken place. But with respect to this immigration issue, if Republicans want a vote from me, if Speaker Johnson wants my vote to give ICE more money on top of the $150 billion that their so-called big, beautiful bill gave to ICE and CBP, then he's got to listen to my priorities on behalf of my constituents to protect the American people from the abuses that we're seeing. Republicans have a majority in the House and Senate. They control the White House. If they need votes from Democrats to fund government agencies, they've got to meet us halfway. They haven't been willing to do that.
I know a lot of Democratic voters are saying we want to see fight from our leaders. But when you look at those long TSA lines at airports across the country and you hear from federal workers, is this good governance?
It isn't, and that's why Democrats 4 weeks ago put forward this concept, the concept that the Senate passed last night, to say let's separate these issues. We have a very legitimate argument we're making about the reforms for ICE and CBP, but we should be funding all those other DHS agencies while we negotiate and continue to argue about that. And as you know, ICE and CBP have more money than they know what to do with. They got $150 billion. They have wrapped custom vehicles that are sitting in garages and warehouses collecting dust because they don't need them. They're paying huge bonuses to untrained, largely unqualified ICE agents. They don't need more money. If they want votes from Democrats like me to fund ICE or CBP, they got to put those reforms in place. But while we argue about that, let's fund all the other agencies, get our TSA agents paid.